Sometimes I wish we could go back to a time when things weren't so complicated.
Welcome to the complexity of toilet paper, the podcast that dives into the everyday moments where we overthink, hesitate, or just get stuck.
I'm overthinking. I'm overthinking.
Let's hear it for the toilet paper!
Through honest conversations, unexpected insights, and a whole lot of humor, your hosts Phyllis Martin, Mark Pollock, and Al Emmerich are here to help you roll with it and make your life a little less complicated. One conversation at a time.
That's right, dude. The beauty of this is its simplicity.
Speaking of which, it's time to enter the stall. Put the lid down, or not, depending. Get comfortable, and roll with it.
Oh, worry not, dear friend. It's really quite simple.
This is the complexity of toilet paper. Well, hello, my throne mates. How are you?
Oh, great. How are you?
Very, very good. Do you find that in every aspect of your life now, you find alliterations to toilets and bathrooms? I mean, is it just invading your life?
All the time. All the time.
I find that people are now sending me memes and ideas and all things toilet paper, toilet bowls, toilet brushes, 2-ply, single ply, no ply, don't reply, all the plies.
All the plies.
All the plies.
Don't reply. I love that one.
I'm fearful what I'm going to get for the holidays moving forward. I have a feeling it's all going to be bathroom related.
Yeah, absolutely, without a doubt.
Oh, you know it's coming. You know it's coming. We're going to get, instead of like carafes of wine, we're going to get packages of toilet paper or
Toilet bowl cleaner.
You know what I saw the other day? Oh my gosh. No, I didn't even think about this. So, you know, the empty rolls, the paper rolls, I saw an art picture that was somebody had made a dog strung together with string and the toilet paper empty rolls.
We're going to get toilet paper roll sculptures, I believe, is what you're alluding to.
Hey, I'll take it. My studio is not that exciting, so I could use some toilet paper art.
Well, listen, today we are going to bust open the throne and invite a guest into the stall, and the topic is choices. However, it's really, I think, a unique approach. And when you think about choices, that's where so much confusion, complication, and complexity rolls into our lives. And I know, like, today we're going to talk about music. Even the concept of music can be complicated because there's so many choices. Like, what is the thing, Mark and Phyllis, that when it comes to choices, just on an everyday thing, always is complicated for you?
So,
like, is it?
Yeah. So I'll jump in, and it's not every day, but I literally was talking about this to somebody the other day. When Tim and I go to plan a vacation, the overload of choices and options, even if we narrow it down to place, becomes exhausting because it's the never ending, well, what about this? Well, what about this? It might be less expensive. It might be more expensive. Maybe it should be this kind of a room. Maybe it should be that kind of a room. What if we clicked over here? And it just is ridiculous, almost like buying a refrigerator, that there are so many choices. Eventually, I think we just get worn down and pick something. And we got to find a different way to come to that, because it, takes the fun out of it for a little while. And sometimes we end up doing nothing because we can't find our way out of the swirling and swilling of, is it this? Is it that? Is it over there? Is it over here? Really, we need somebody just to call and say, this is where you're going.
For me, it's always the death scroll of when I'm looking for a show on like Netflix or Amazon or whatever, Hulu. I will literally spend my time looking at the trailers, and an hour and a half's gone by and I haven't made a choice. And I'm like, what the hell just happened?
You know what it is for me? I have this horrible FOMO, fear of missing out. And so what I end up doing is I know that choice is going to lead somewhere. And so I keep thinking, well, if I choose the wrong thing, where's it going to lead it? So if I pick the wrong show, then I've wasted 30 minutes. I could have put it in this other show. Or if I am thinking of vacations, Phyllis, and I'm like, oh, this destination looks cool, but then there's this destination. So if I choose this destination, this is going to happen. And I think for me, for today's show, what I'm excited about is our conversation around our guest choices and where his choice and his continued choice has led him as an artist and the journey it's taken him on. So I'm really excited because I feel that when you make that choice, you're committing to it. And I think that's the scariest part.
Well said.
Well, Mal Jones is our guest, and he is going to join us in the stall. And you talk about an artist. He's not just any artist. He is Florida's first hip-hop artist, and he's actually officially recognized as a master folk artist. And you say, okay, well, what's unique about that? Well, it's his freestyle rap skills that make it so unique, and that's what made him a first. He's got a lyricist live show that's been part of an event called Jacksonville Art Walk for over a decade plus. And the cool thing is he represented America in Bristol, England for Shakespeare's 400th anniversary. He took Shakespeare to the streets with hip hop shakes. We might even get a snippet of it, or if we can't hear the whole thing, maybe we can possibly drop it in the show notes or something like that. Either way, it is an incredible gift to have him in studio because he had a choice. He could have gone a different way with his music, and he chose to go the way he's going to share he went and why. And it's going to make you drop your drawers. See what I did there?
Right.
Drop your.
We got it.
I like that. Yeah. That's
Okay.
good.
Yeah.
That's real.
I don't believe either one of you.
No,
I think you're just.
I think it was fine.
I think you're just placating me.
It gets a
All
C.
right.
Solid C.
Great. I don't even
Isn't
get a
that
full
the shape
flush.
of a toilet seat? A solid C.
Did it indeed?
It's an O. A toilet shape. No, it's an O. A
Sometimes it's
toilet.
C.
Okay. Oh no. Okay. Yes, I see it now. I see it. Okay. I had to look at it from the other angle. All right. Anyway, now that we've destroyed a great intro, let's break away for a moment and then reset. It is time to head into the stall with Mal Jones on the complexity of toilet paper.
What the hell are you doing in the bathroom day and night? Why don't you get out of there? Give someone else a job.
I'm overthinking. I'm overthinking.
We are back in the stall. Thank you, Mark. Mal in the stall. I just realized that. Mal, you are in a stall with two men and a woman. A woman. Is that weird?
It sounds like a brawl.
It's something.
It's, if I got news for you. If what we're going to talk about and unpack and discuss today gets discussed in a bathroom stall, I want to be in that bathroom. I don't care who's in it because we got cool stories and cool stuff to talk about.
Man, you do not want to fall in a bathroom stall.
No, you
I've
don't.
got actually stories about that, but we're not going to talk about it on this program.
Wait a minute, Mark, this guy just laid down a Dr. Seuss and you did not jump on it. Oh, God. So, well, first of all, let's do the formal hellos and a quick story.
Okay, let's do it.
Mal, this is Mark and Phyllis.
Mark and Phyllis.
Hi, Mal.
Well, hello, Mal. It's so great to have you in the stall.
Oh, really? Come on, Phil. It does make you tickle, doesn't it?
Now I'm tickled.
I know.
Yeah, thank you for having me, man.
Well, Mal, the reason you're on this show, my friend, we like to kind of start things off by with what we call a value equation.
Okay.
Which is basically something I created, which is it's a cipher for deciphering value.
Wow.
Because I could think of a lot of things about you that I know personally. Mark has read, Phyllis has read. There's a lot out there, but why this particular show? And the word to me that most clearly defines why you're on this show and also this value that you create is bridge. And the reason I chose bridge is there are people who are fortunate enough to build one bridge or two bridges or three bridges in their lives through work or through community. I don't know a whole lot of people who've built like 5 to 7 bridges. You bridge culture with your art. You bridge art with your culture. You bridge education with your art and your culture. You challenge society norms through education, through your art and culture. You've chosen to bridge a challenge in the community by giving these young artists a voice when they perceive that they may not have one. So I put heart there. And then the last thing is mind. I mean, your art and your craft and what you've done has also challenged the mind. And I'm sure we'll hear some of the tougher side, but I've seen the positive side of all of that. And so you're a bridge through your culture and art to education that's just dripping into society and the youth through your heart and your mind. And the impact that you're having is you're putting hip hop on a platform that a lot of people would be exposed to that have never been exposed to. I mean, your Shakespeare stuff is like, I mean, the thousands, and how many thousands of people have seen you at Art Walk, man? How many tens of thousands of people over the years have seen you in at Porch Fest? And so I just see that, you know, you're this bridge to all of these different things that's creating the motivation, the energy, the awareness, the excitement. You're providing hope. And I was like, man, what a story there must be there when it comes to the challenges you faced and the successes. And so the crew and I were like, dude, let's step into the stall for a short bit, break apart some of these things and have a convo with the guy Maul.
What's up, y'all? What's up, guys? I'm really excited, feel blessed to be on the show with you guys to talk about what you guys talk about, because I'm all for the conversation. It's like literally the reason why I do this is I crave conversation. You know, I lost both of my parents when I was very young, you know, so, and my father is who like introduced me to the arts. So not having them, but having those values that they instilled in me, like the arts and what I was able to do with it was kind of like them passing it off to me before they left so I can have something to reach out to my community to share, like in a positive light. So it's a very rewarding to be able to do that. I mean, not financially, but it's spiritual, you know, the way I do it. And I guess the reason why I'm able to do it for so long and I'm able to do it in my city where people can be affected by it is because it's a spiritual like release for that affects other people in the community in a positive way. You know, yes, it's rap and it's very competitive and very any type of title you could slap on it. It's adorned, but the titles I know and what it's used for and what I've actually been used for, those titles aren't placed on what I do much, you know, and it should be. But that's the industry that we're in, where it's commoditized. You know what I'm saying? It's like if you're not selling drugs and cursing and calling females bitches and hoes, you're not valuable. That's all I'm saying, because I guess it's how you see value. In my way of what I was taught from my parents and what they taught me about, and what my brother taught me, God bless the dead, you know, who introduced me to hip hop as a kid. The value he exposed to me was more so like what I'm doing versus what's considered value in this day and age.
Well, and I think, man, of course, this happens with some of the guests that come on, Maul. We unpack something and we're like, oh, let's do another show on that.
Right.
Right. First of all, I want to say thank you for going there so deeply, so quickly. You know, we kind of.
I didn't mean to, man. I'm sorry about that.
No.
No apologies needed.
This is the apology-free zone, man. This is a toilet stall. You can just put the shit away and wipe it off and start over and flush, and we come back to it.
Right,
dude, we do this the whole damn show.
I got you.
Yeah, I mean, why wouldn't you? You know, why wouldn't you? But anyway, no, you went deep, and I think it's interesting that we started there because we'd be curious to know the word complexity. Okay.
Mm.
Like not yet how it shows up in Maul's life, but just the word complexity. How do you define that? What does that mean to you?
What complexity means to me?
Yeah.
It's like an upgrade, because once anything complex happens and you get through it, you're more advanced thinking human being. And that's all I've ever dealt with. That's why I have all of these historical firsts. There's like major storyline behind any of that. And I never were like, hey, look at me. This is who I am. I never did any of that. I just kept going through the complexities of being the artist that I am. And those things came out of it. So that's how I see the complexity.
That is...
Oh my God, we could end the show right now.
Maul, that is one of the freaking most beautiful things I've ever fucking heard.
Yeah.
I mean, that is just like, wow. I mean, we don't try to sugarcoat the candy here, and it's all flowers and daisies. I mean, we're trying to evolve this into something that gets real, but I don't think there's a whole lot of people I know of that would look at that through that lens right off the bat.
Yeah.
Well, then with that backdrop, dare I ask,
Mm-hmm.
take us through, things become complicated,
Mm-hmm.
right? And then they create complexity.
Yeah.
And then you navigate through it, and in your definition, you come through on the other side. So you've already painted some canvas for us with the death of parents and your brother and these other challenges. But when you think about the word complicated, like, what is complicated, or what has been complicated, or what is complicated today in Maul's life? Like, when you think about this mountain that's complicated,
Right.
that's creating complexity, what is it that's most in front of you today?
Just because all that I've been through. I graduated high school and was finished in high school through all this, but after high school, I wasn't really able to go to college. Like you mentioned, my father, my mother, my brother, but it's my sister, my grandmother, my grandfather too. It's literally all of them. So,
While you were in high school?
Yeah. Oh yeah. This was all high school, but some of it was before high school ended.
Wow, you lost all of those people.
Yeah, all of those people. And so that's why I'm saying I feel like I live the life at a point where it's a blessing just to be here. Like, that's the point of view I have. It's hard to look at what other people are doing and going through, and them not being really happy about that, but they have all the things that I've lost.
I have to say, from somebody who lost almost every family member, parents, grandparents, a brother, by the time I was 24,
Mm-hmm.
man, I definitely feel where you're coming from.
Yeah, I know you do.
It's very difficult to hear someone who has had opportunity and family to, I don't know how many times I'd love to call my parents and ask them a question, but I celebrated 30 years since my dad's been gone 2 days ago, and my mom's been gone 24 years at this point, and so, I feel you, man. It's difficult.
But the thing is, and I appreciate it, but I don't need a pat on the back because it's all made me a stronger person than the average person. I know I have a way tougher shell than the average person that can just figure out how to push your buttons, push them, and then you're done. I'm not that person.
Yeah, you stood at the gates of hell already. And you were able to come back.
Yeah, it's always, but the thing, it all goes down to why we're having this conversation. I had music. I had hip hop music. That's the only equation that was there when nothing was there.
So,
and that's what I do today.
How did the music uncomplicate things for you?
I was able to do it well, and other people agreed.
Okay. But tell us more about that. Like, you were able to do it well, which is incredible. And you do, but how did that provide clarity in your life where things didn't seem so complex? Like, what did the music do for you?
It allowed me to tell my story in my way. That was where I could articulate it in my way. It's really it's nothing. It doesn't belong or it could be taken by anyone else unless I give it to them. But everything else can.
Yeah.
So you had, I mean, there's a whole power control dynamic there, right? You lost. You had no control over what you lost, but is it that you could control this? You could control your voice?
No, not really. It was the fact that, like we started with, the complexity of learning how to do it. The complexity of actually not like taking the easy road with something that's very difficult if you want to be a certain type of artist, of a musician. There's so many types that you can just, hey, I want to be a musician. Oh, I'm a musician.
But you made a choice. And your choice was, I can go down this road like other hip hop artists and make money and fall into the trap of whatever that lifestyle is.
Yeah.
Or I can continue to complexify my life and make it hard by helping others. And you chose the hard path, and you chose the path that you even said had less financial value for you.
Right.
How did you when you were thinking about the complexity that your life was going to continue to take with that choice, how did you make that choice? What went through your head?
First of all, it wasn't like all the way by my choice. It's ordained because I'm not just a rapper's rapper. I worked a job for 25 years and got to retirement, and that was on a rotating swing shift, all hours, no weekends off for 25 years. When I'm telling you about complexity, I'm not just talking like talking points. True complexity where, if you want to do this, you're going to have to go down to nothing to do it. You're going to have to, and you're going to have to love it in that state, or you can't have it. What I've said is ordained. I was able to set myself up in a way where I can monkey branch from one source of income to another in order to continue to do this. And I'm still doing it. It's just like, not scared, not like, oh my God, what am I going to do? Just knowing the what I'm ordained to do, my place in it. And, the complexity was the part before I actually get the recognition, because you can't really do it for that. You got to really do it because it's in your heart, and because I've done that and was able to do that, there are things that are the result of it that are good things.
Yeah, what I really hear, Mal, you saying is that you chose to take the proverbial road less traveled. And some might say that that's the more difficult pathway, probably true.
Oh, yeah.
But it's also the pathway to simplicity. And I think for you, not taking that road would have left an inauthentic Mal, and that would have just meant a lifetime of complexity.
Right. Yeah, absolutely right. Like, and it's not just, I read books and read all these stories. And as a youth, I had a family that was heavily engaged in the arts and were already doing things in the arts that no one else has done, just like I'm able to do now. Like, it's something in me. It could be from my bloodline, my lineage, but it's something in us that always takes that route. But then we end up discovering new things in the arts, and it's not disputable. It's just facts.
The entrepreneur world, we talk a lot about the lack of focus that's given to the entrepreneur's mental health and mind state, right?
Right.
Entrepreneurs, whether you're an artist or you're running a washer dryer business or tech company, there's some inherent motivation to go build that you have to do. Some of it obviously is more intrinsic than others. But at the end of the day, the survival of the fittest is what wins the game. And so many people, myself included, will say, I never cashed a big bank account, this or that. But man, have I loved this thing because I just couldn't do anything else.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's a really great lift off maybe to another question, Mal, which is the simplicity is in the obvious. You had no choice.
Right.
But if you're sitting here talking to kids and you're talking to people, what are the lessons that you pass along, that you can pass along? Because I could see somebody sitting here and going, I don't have that, man.
Right.
I don't have that passion. I don't have that fire. Right. Nothing's ordained in me. You know that, dude. We right. run into people who are like, man, I just don't know. Right. So what is your advice to somebody based on your experience, Mal, who's trying to find simplicity in their life?
Man, you got to have the right people around you. I mean, it can be really hard with the wrong group of mindsets, like, around you. Like, and this, what's simple for me, like you said, the road less traveled, there's less people there. There's less people to argue with there. There's less people to disagree with you with there. There's less people that believe in you there. The road less traveled for someone like me is a peaceful road. And I'm, because I'm an actual lion. And you see what I'm saying? The peaceful road is, yeah, you want to snap and bite at me until I do it back. And then it's like, I'm the bad guy, but I just want to walk the peaceful road. It's hard. There's a lot of, setbacks and pitfalls in it, but I don't have to get into it with anybody. I just have to figure out my own mental hurdles and hop over them. And I feel like that's like a win. Like, okay, I didn't know how to do that at first, but now I know how to do it. It's always like a win in life, even if it's a little one,
So surrounding yourself with people makes perfect sense, but how have you been able to surround yourself with the right people, Mal? Because the crowd that you used to hang with, the people and the incursion of stress and just the violence I know you told me and have shared multiple times you were around. Like, how do you do that? How have you done that?
Because surrounding yourself with the right-minded people could be one person.
Yeah.
It can literally be one. It doesn't have to be a group. I prefer it be a shrunken group, but you see what I'm saying? It could be just one person that believes in you, that says, hey man, that's great. What are you doing? Or like, what's going on? How do we do this? Or how do we do that? That versus one person doing that in a group of 5 people that aren't doing that isn't a good group. But that one person in your group is a great group.
Wow. Dude, these are value drops left and right. I mean, you've just written half of our book for us. Phil, Mark, before we move into the speed round and the roll up, any other thoughts you guys have or questions?
No, I just, for me, I appreciate this. I mean, I think, Mal, what I've heard is that, we should all take a hard look at, and I love this word, what we're ordained to do, and try to hear that as clearly as possible. And when we hear it, surround ourselves with people who also want to hear our vision and our dream. Yeah. And by doing that, it will shed some of the complexity of our life because we know that we're following what we're meant to do versus what we are dreaming up. That we shouldn't be doing. And that's a added layer of complication. And so I appreciate those tips and those thoughts.
Yeah, no problem, man. Thank you, man. It's all it's all a learned experience. That's what I feel, bro, because something always, you got good. It's like the whole analogy, good soil, something's bound to grow. It might not grow this year. It might not grow the next year, but that seed might be down there ready to do something miraculous, and you planted it. So, you just keep going.
Yeah, well, 2 things actually come to mind for me, and one is validation, Mal, that your words and your presence are a gift to those who choose to listen and to you and be with you in your space. And the second is just the knowing that you took, when you decided to take a different pathway, what you probably didn't know is that there were sojourners and your people just waiting for you on that pathway. And so you've connected with them. There are more to come. And it's just an amazing story and journey that you're taking.
Yeah. And you're going to have to walk that road by yourself for a long while. You might not see any friends for a while. You might not see any people on the road on the way.
You know what? You just made me realize, Phil and Mal, is that people, myself, do this all the time. We've had these conversations, Mark and Phil. People confuse complicated with hard.
Right.
Shit's hard. Hard things do not need to be complicated. Yeah. I mean, I don't feel like that's rocket science. It's just sort of like you just cinched it up in these last few minutes.
Right, absolutely. And I think that's the gift of simplicity.
And if I can just also say, I feel like I'm going to say it anyways.
You need to stop asking if I could just say.
It's one of those things. It's
I yield to Mark.
Your Honor, if I can. This show, Mal, for us, has been something that we have felt ordained to do.
Right.
The 3 of us came together with a feeling of a story. I feel very blessed because I've got 2 showmates who are my people, who are lifting me up, and I hope I get a chance to lift them up. And this show is exactly what you're speaking about. It's hard. It's time consuming. It doesn't pay any bills. But it's if we can help people unpack
Oh, that's a great word.
complexity in their life in a way where they get some tools and they're like, I haven't thought about that, or, oh, I relate to that, or, my life sucks, but after listening to that show and hearing that my life's better than that, or I can use these tools and systems, or whatever it is, like some semblance of hope will help in other ways.
But what you were saying, real quick, what you're saying is so true that everybody can relate to it, because although I say that, I've had these people who didn't budge on my whole journey. They were right there by my side. I look to my right, they're right there. I look to my left, they're right there. But the crowd's gone. You see what I'm saying? The crowd and all the people that are making noise and want to be involved because of the thing you're doing, they're going to come and go. But there's going to be people that are going to be right there by your side. And my brother Prana Self has been with me on that block for 13 years straight, and he's never faltered. You know how many rappers I see come and go because they wanted to be, I didn't make them big, even though I'm not here to like make you the biggest rapper, but I'll shine my light on you, and then I share it. I share my whatever people look at me, I can share with somebody else, because I don't feel like it's mine. It's all my light. I'm gonna just stand in here and rap in front of the camera all day. No, I'm gonna give it to other people and let them do it.
Maul, you are one big, huge hug, man. Thank you for this. But all good things must come to a bridge to another good thing. And first of all, can I get a drum roll, please? Thank you for that, Mark. Incredible. Maul, welcome to the other stall for what we call the roll-up. Oh yes, sir. This is where we dig deep into the recesses of your mind to extract the information that will change the world forever, with a level of questioning that can only be looked at as Einsteinian.
Oh yeah, I like stuff like this.
We will toss this around, pardon the pun. And each of us has a couple of quick questions. So you ready for the first one?
Yeah.
All right. When it comes to toilet paper, over or under?
Oh, under. I just had to think about that. Yeah. I like it. It's literally the fastest route of getting it out of there.
All right. Good. Mark?
Single or two-ply?
Two-ply, for real.
Yeah, if anybody ever says single, I'm really worried about it.
Yeah, my man.
Gross.
Okay, wet or dry?
Wet or dry what?
Wipes, man. Wipes.
Oh, the wipes are wet or dry wipes?
They have wet or dry wipes, yeah.
Yeah, wet. All right?
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, next question.
What is your favorite potty time activity?
My favorite potty time? You're talking about actually taking a dump in the bathroom?
Yeah, so when you got that extra time and you're just kind of like, you're doing your thing,
I'm like everybody else, I'm on my phone.
Okay.
That's why you never touch other people's phones, by the way.
So before phones,
never.
For some, and I can't believe I'm saying this. I cannot believe I'm saying this. Can you see me blushing? I'm like, this is such a inside.
Yo, he's a tomato right now.
I would take labels of things that were in the bathroom.
Okay.
And I would read the labels.
Yeah.
Like in different voices.
Yeah.
And I would narrate the labels.
Yeah,
I would list the ingredients and I'd go from different voices and stuff.
Yeah, everybody's done that at some point in time. You can't say you've actually never read a label of something.
But out loud?
Oh, no, that's crazy. That's insane.
No, I was like sitting in the bathroom going, these ingredients should not be used for... And like my
You
mom
sounded like a commercial.
Yeah, my mom would be like, "What are you doing in there?" I'm like, "Stop, Mom." Voiceovers, right?
See, I wasn't smart enough to read those words, so I did. Al, we're so much alike in so many ways it actually scares me. I would read. That's how I can do a bunch of different voices. I would read the articles in the magazines that were in the
Oh, okay.
bathroom in different voices out loud, so it sounded like there were a lot of people in my bathroom.
Right. So you had see, I can always tell
Yeah.
you had a great upbringing when you have magazines in the bathroom. That's like that's like an upgrade. That's like
It
yeah,
was big time with People,
right. You got Life
Time
in there.
magazine. Oh yeah, absolutely.
I think what
Oh,
Paul's trying to tell us is we lived a privileged life.
Listen,
We did. I did.
yeah, because I had privileged friends. I used to go over to their house and raid their refrigerators. Like,
Yeah.
so there's actually one that you forgot. It's a classic, and you everybody will agree that yellow classic National Geographic.
Oh,
You
yeah.
know what
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
saying?
Yes,
And
yes.
that they don't do anymore.
I also had Mad magazine, so I don't know if any of you had that,
Oh,
but I
yeah.
used to read
Oh,
Mad.
God, you're super privileged. You are super privileged. Oh my God. If you had Mad magazines, it was like this person's gonna be in the bathroom longer.
Highlight was the other
that was
magazine.
big
When you
time.
had remember the Highlight
Highlight.
magazine?
Highlights.
Yeah.
Did you ever-
Yes.
Yeah.
All right, Mal, it's time to raise the bar. Mark, you want to start or not? Phil, you
Yeah.
start.
Phil.
Yeah,
Phil
I'll do
starts.
it. Mal, what's the one song that might drum around in your head over and over again that you don't care if that happens?
Now, it's a song I actually like, or it's just like something I'm like irritated with
Yeah.
that won't
Yeah, that
get out
one.
of my head. It's the irritated thing that won't get out of my head, but it's
Yeah,
still
but that you don't
there.
mind that it's there.
Let me think about this. I have a huge backlog.
Yeah, you better tell us now.
Culture Club, Karma Chameleon.
It might have been a White Wedding.
We're
It
gonna-
might have been
White
Billy
Wedding. We're
Idol.
gonna go
We're
with
gonna go
White
with White
Wedding.
Wedding.
That-
I will tell you, as soon as I asked you the question, Follow the Yellow Brick Road popped up in my head, and now it won't leave. So somebody ask a different question.
Yeah, please.
So I'll go with favorite quote. So Mal, what is your favorite quote?
Oh, I actually invented it,
Awesome.
and it's FUGGUP. Fuck up.
Awesome.
Fuck up. It does exist on Facebook. It has a page. It's literally the end all be all, and it can be used in all kinds of ways. Like, dashing down the snow in a one horse open. Fuck up.
Fuck up. There's a comedian, Matt Rife, that uses something similar to that.
He probably stole it from
He
Mal.
did.
And you can put it on anything.
But who are the artists that you admire, Mal?
I admire a lot of artists. It's almost I admire hundreds of artists, but there's artists that I look up to, and I look at their body of work, and I'm like, that's amazing. The stuff you did, it suited me at a time where I needed it, and I got something out of it. There's people, that's what hip hop does. My story is going to be different from the next person's story because there might be one or two phrases in there he said that totally related to their life at that time. And that's what hip hop music does. But
Okay.
Nas,
Really?
start from the first album and just keep listening to it till you're done with everything. And then you'll have an understanding, because see, here's the thing about Nas. I would say Nas raps about a lot of gangster stuff. He's a rapper that's from the streets, but he respects the culture. So you're going to hear him consistently respecting the culture in whatever rap he does. And that's why I respect him so much as an artist. He's one of my favorite artists. Brad Jordan, Scarface. These are artists that are from the streets, but they are hip hop artists. You see what I'm saying? They didn't take advantage of the culture. They told real, true stories about what was really going on in the country, and they actually respected the culture. But there's people like in the culture that don't necessarily do it like that. I wouldn't call them hip hop, although it is rap, and hip hop is all rap. You see what I'm saying? I'm not one of those people like I'm this uppity, it's not hip hop because you're rapping and you don't know about the history of hip hop. I still look at it as hip hop music to a certain extent, because everybody has the room to grow into, wherever hip hop brings them. Yeah.
Their own art form.
Definitely.
Yeah. Well, awesome. Well, Mal, this has been terrific. Mark, Phil, some parting goodbyes to our guest.
I just want to say, Mal, thank you. What a gift to have time with you and hear your story and think about our collective stories, right? All together. And just to let you know what a great sense of peace I've been sitting in all night as I've been listening to you. So thank you so very much.
I appreciate you, Phyllis.
Mal, I'd echo that. I just like to say that you gave us a gift, and you gave our audience a gift, and please leave knowing that you provide an amazing amount of inspiration and value to the people that you interact with. You are such a beautiful, valuable person, and you have gifted us with so much today. So thank you for sharing that we need to be following what we're ordained to do and surround ourselves with the people in order to accomplish that. So thank you for that.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.
Mal, we're obviously going to drop a bunch of stuff in the show notes, but
Yeah.
what are the digits and information we need to have now that you'd like to promote? Because we'd love for people to be able to follow you, to track what you're doing, and to help you on all fronts.
You can follow me on Instagram. There's two pages. There's the Lyricist Live, 13 years, no cursing, no violence at the Jacksonville Art Walk. Hulu episode 26 of a show called Impact, featuring Jacksonville artist Mal Jones, and they follow me around and, discovered what I was doing in Jacksonville. My actual page on Instagram, Mal's Mind, MALSMIND. Yeah, thank you guys for having me here. Shouts out to Pool of Dreams. Yeah, I did put, there's a single out on YouTube. You can do Mal Jones, Pool of Dreams. You'll see the video. Some very good friends of mine out of Athens, Georgia, doing the positive work. So I got to team up with them and, just emphasize that everybody has a dream. Everybody can do it. Everybody can use their mind to go down that road, that lonely road, and find your people there.
Excellent.
Man.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for this.
Thank you guys for having me, man. Y'all have a good day.
You too.
We'll be right back. Hey there, we sure do hope you're enjoying the show, and if you are, please tell your friends, like it, share it, put it all over the place, because we're not just doing a podcast here, we're trying to start a movement. Okay, that was probably a bad pun. Intended, by the way. But seriously, the complexity of toilet paper is about creating conversations in places where things just don't need to be that complicated. It's about finding the simplicity in life. And if we work together, you know what? We think we can actually achieve it. So follow us on Facebook, share the show, give us your comments, and come back and join us in the stall. We just had the Lyricist Live on our show, dropping bombs, and wow, that's one hell of a visit to the stall to start off this whole podcast. What's your what's your thoughts? Anything stepping in front of you is a huge takeaway?
Well, I'll jump in and say I think the biggest thing that is sitting with me is that Maul chose to take the road less traveled. And there has been some pain on that, and there has been some really good fortune, maybe not in conventional ways, but in ways that are obviously meaningful to him and meaningful to those who have the good fortune of intersecting with his life.
And he made a choice that, and we need to remember this, and this, I'm sure this is going to come up over and over again because it already has, just in our meetings and our conversations, not just the shows, and that life is hard. And the complexity of toilet paper is not to say that life isn't hard and that listening to the show makes it easy. It's to recognize where complexity shows up, where we make life more complicated than it needs to be. And of course, everything about choices sometimes feels complicated. And he had the staying power not just to make the choice that he did, but he made a choice that the only way he was going to keep his life more simple is if he never sacrificed the integrity of what he was creating. So that's what jumped out of the stall to me.
I think for me, it was back to the complexity of choice. Is what a hard decision in an environment that wants you to choose differently, that encourages you to choose differently. He found simplicity and was able to share simplicity with us by staying true to his decision. And I think that that's really beautiful, that regardless of the outside noise, he made a choice that he believed in, and that made it simple for him.
Word to the bird.
Oh, no.
Have you heard?
Here it comes.
No, I'm out. I don't want you guys to pout because I know you're going to get angry and you're going to shout. But I'm here to say that's all I got today. So, hey. You get that?
We're with you, buddy.
You know, I sometimes want to say not that I'm having so much fun. I just want to say thank you. I appreciate you for putting up with me. That's right. Anyway, hey, listen, you can hear the real lyricist, not this joker, Al Emmerich, but you can hear the real lyricist and learn all about him. His information and details are in the show notes, including links to his incredible TEDx presentation. And as always, please follow us on Facebook. The Complexity of Toilet Paper is the name of our Facebook page. More fun stuff coming in and along the way as we once again step into the stall with amazing people as well as amazing ideas and concepts that create complications in our life that lead to complexity. And we're here to help you simplify your life one conversation at a time.
Did you say toilet paper?
Everything complicated. One big medieval mess.
I'm overthinking.
This is The Complexity of Toilet Paper.